I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like life is going on 2x, 3x speed right now. You know, when you put the DVD player, not even DVD, but when you're watching Netflix, you want to fast forward it a little bit. That's what life feels like right now. I feel like everything's going a million miles per hour, and then I blink. I feel like it was summer like yesterday. I feel like it was July, 4th of July, going out, having fun, sun out, short sleeves, shorts, hot in the pool. And I blinked twice, and it's the middle of November. And I feel like I missed out on things, even though I didn't. But that's what it feels like in my mind. It feels like everything's just sped up. And I don't know if it's just me or other people are experiencing this as well, but it feels like I'm not fully enjoying the things along the way, along the path. Being 27, I feel like when I was younger as in teenager, even younger than that, just hanging out with your boys, riding bikes and shit, fucking around in the neighborhood, just having fun without the internet, without Instagram, without YouTube, without all that nonsense. Like occasionally we play Call of Duty, but we were outside 90% of the time. Didn't want to go inside. And those days felt long. Those days felt like I got the most out of it. Like I squeezed all the juices out of those days. But now it feels like everything's just flying by. Like even my 20s, I would say it's flying by. Like I felt like I was in college, graduated college. Now I'm 27. I graduated 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And it's done. College is done. We're working, and I don't know. Maybe it's because actually one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube just to do it is it switched things up. It brought a change. It made me feel like a kid again. It made because I was just creating things. I was just fully enjoying it. Just creating my own. Talk about whatever. Literally, I could just put a camera down and talk about whatever. And it's making me feel like a kid again. It's making me enjoy moments again. And it just changes the routine of the day. Maybe it was the repetition of waking up, going to work, coming home, going to sleep. Like when you're a kid, when you're in your teenage years, you're just doing fucking whatever. God knows whatever, bro. Like any day of the week. Bro, we used to ride our bikes to the store, which is like 5 miles away. We should go to different towns. There was a couple times me and my boy would ride our bikes to parties. Like, just have a backpack full of whatever. Just ride to the party and then dip out of the party on a bike. Like spur of the moment. And it was more so going with the flow as you would put it. Not really having a plan, just kind of whatever turned up. But I feel like now, especially with the rise of technology, internet, whatever, we need to Google everything before we do it. We need to research every little thing before we do it. We need to, even if it's a restaurant, you need to Google everything on the menu. You need to look at their menu and look at every little thing that they got rather than spontaneously just going to the restaurant, just kind of figuring out and going from there. I feel like me and my girl actually, we did that once. We went to a restaurant, or we didn't do that. We did the opposite of that. We said one day we're gonna just go to this town, and we're just gonna go to a random restaurant and just go. We're not gonna look anything up. We're not gonna look at no reviews. We're just gonna go to the town that we've never been to before, and just whatever happens, happens. And that's probably one of the best times that's ever happened. And like the food was good and things of that nature. But there was also another instance which I mentioned where in another video where just we went to a town, we went to like a little, we didn't even mean to go to this festival, we just happened to go to the town because my car was in a shop there, and we just so walked into a little parade festival thing. Amazing time, and that just spurred of the moment. We didn't know it was going on, we didn't search it, it just popped up, and we just happened to be there. And I feel like those are the best times, is when we do things without necessarily planning every step of the way, because it's hard to do that because things pop up. And I feel like that might be a reason why, I don't know, honestly I don't really know why life just feels sped up. Maybe because we're overstimulated by our phones or the internet. Like I said, it just feels like so much is going on around us. There's so much going on around us, but we feel like we need to be involved in all the nonsense, all the craziness that's going on around the world, rather than being focused on what's in front of us, what we're actually doing right now, whether it be, I don't know, just anything that brings you to the moment. We're not fully present as we once were. Or me, at least, I'm not fully present, I feel like, as I once was when I was younger, just doing stuff, just to do stuff and being happy. Just doing random shit without having a set game plan. Like, oh, we need to do this, a full itinerary of, oh, we need to do this. Even when I go on vacation, I don't really have a plan. I try to just pick a place, and then just whatever happens. Those are the best vacations, because like out of the blue, things just pop up. You just notice things. And maybe that's why I feel like life is sped up. We're not fully present in our thinking and our doing, on our day-to-day things, activity. And I kind of, for me, the way I slow it down is I run. I try to run almost every day. I don't run every single day. I'll say like 5 times a week, run a couple miles, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 7 to 10. And when you do that, it allows you to just focus on the run. You don't really think of anything else other than the run. You're fully there. You're fully soaking it in. It doesn't feel like life is sped up. I don't want to just blink and then be 80 years old. I don't know. But when I really think about it as well, I've also done a lot in 2024. 2024 is probably the craziest year for me. Just traveling a bunch of places. California, Colombia, Atlanta. Fucking just going different places. Tennessee. Just traveling. But now that I'm sitting and reflecting, I'm like, yo, feels like a little sped up. I don't know if it's just caffeine, like drinking coffee, maybe that speeds things up. It doesn't make you fully present in whatever you're doing, but it just feels like things are going a little too fast for me. You need to take a little step back, smell the flowers, smell the leaves, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoy your family, enjoy the people around you, enjoy the things around you before it's too late, And that reminds me of my family, was living with my grandma, older. Enjoy all those moments, whether it be your parents, guardians, whoever, older family members, they're not here forever. And just like that, time passes. So I don't know, there really isn't a message or a point I would say to this video other than things just feel sped up, and I feel like the best way to slow it down is just to be fully present with what you're doing. I try to do that with running. I try to do that by staying off my phone. I try to do that by not indulging in all the craziness, all the nonsense that's going on around me or around us, you know? Because just like that, like, months can go by, years can go by, and you're like, where, what happened? Like, where, how are we here now? Well, what went down in those months, you know? Be fully immersed in what you're doing, fully immersed in your craft. And if you feel like life is just passing you by, or you're just in a routine that just sucks, just get a hobby. Do something outside of your job or outside of your routine that allows you to feel like a kid again, allows you to create something. I feel like creating this, like creating YouTube videos, boxing for me, or just using your brain in other ways that you normally don't use it. Unconventional routes. Just use your brain in a different way than your day-to-day normal tasks that you do. Just create something. I don't know, because life is, you know, it's going a million miles per hour right now, and we just gotta remember, we just gotta enjoy it, just be present, meditate, be fully present, because we're not here forever, you know. So that's my message to you. Peace.